coincidences? In Genesis 3, 8 and 9 we read, and they heard the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. Then the Lord God called Adam and said to him, where are you? This Advent, the Lord is asking us the same question. Where are you in regard to relation with me? In Genesis 4:9, then the Lord said to Cain, where is Abel your brother? And he said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? Again, when we go through Genesis 18, Abraham receives 3 visitors. It will be in the icon also, that the icon of the 3 visitors, Rubler. While he was resting under the shade of the sacred trees of Mamre, the visitors came and they were well fed, and they asked, where is your wife Sarah? Then Abraham said, there in the tent, he said, and one of them said, I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son. Imagine, Sarah was eavesdropping. She heard all that. And what she did, me, and she laughed. Then the Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh? And she said, will I really have a child of that now that I'm old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and she will have a son. Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, I did not laugh. But they said, yes, you did laugh. Do we sometimes doubt the promises of God to us? Everything is possible for the one who trusts in the Lord. In English, we use 2 words, hear and listen. To illustrate this, I will give an example of our own sisters, my own FMM sisters, when they wanted to open a house in a place called Kanchipuram. It's famous for Kanchipuram silk, and also the city is called the City of 1,000 Temples. Every nook and corner there's a temple, and you can hear the gong. Sisters get up with the sound of the gong. So they went to the bishop and said, Bishop, where should we open? Then Bishop said, you have 2 possibilities. One, there's a well-established parish, everything is spick and span. And there's another one where no one would go. Would you choose? Which one would you like to choose? And they said, we will go where no one would go. So were they listening or hearing? We should not forget at this time our native brothers and sisters. You might have heard about Maurice St. Clair. He's in the Senate right now. And he was a former judge. He was also in the Committee of Peace, Reconciliation and Truth. And he said, when we are talking to one another, we must stand at equal level, not high, not low, to listen to someone who talks. Sometimes what we do is, while someone is talking, we are busy formulating our own responses and defenses. So then we are not listening. We are only hearing words. If we have this listening approach, peace on earth becomes possible. And problems that are unsolvable become solvable. And this is what exactly happened to Mary. Imagine, God of surprises enters her life too at Annunciation. And she was hesitant, but the angel waited in silence and awe for Mary's yes. And because of her yes, the word becomes flesh and becomes one of us. What a gift. If you read the gospel of yesterday, Father Pierre was talking about it. That is, I think it's Matthew 1:18-20. We heard about God's surprise visit to Joseph, the just man. And before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit, because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace. He had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. Surprise again. Our God is a God of surprise. Very true of Francis too. We heard the beautiful stories of Greccio narrated by Richard and Claudia very beautifully. Thank you. And in Greccio and the cross of Damiano, when it said, Francis, go repair my church which is falling into ruins. And Francis obeyed in humility and simplicity, building the old dilapidated church brick by brick. And this was the beginning of our great Franciscan movement, of which we are all proud to be member of. There is a tradition in Christianity that goes back to the fathers of the church and is expressed in our Franciscan spirituality too. It goes something like this. God became human because God is love. God is infinite love. Infinite love is free and infinitely greater than us humans and our sins. Our foundress Mary of the Passion said, act in loving and love in acting. It is the secret of the heart that has understood the love of her God. God is not sitting on a throne to judge us, but permits us, like Jacob, to wrestle with our doubts and fears and hopes. And then he hugs us. So wrestle and hug are not far away. Inside each one of us, there is a moral GPS, a magnet within us pointing to the North Star. Let us follow the North Star like the wise men of old. Sometimes we are confused in our search. Sometimes we are in a liminal space. If say we are in a limbo, we say, yes, we are. And we feel very, very unproductive. Remember, there is a time to be a seed and there is a time to be a tree. Nothing is constantly productive. The land must be given rest as we all share the same elements of our Mother Earth. The moon is not full all the time. Christmas is a time when we can come before the Lord empty-handed. It is recognized that we have nothing to offer him, if not that comes to us from him. There's a charming legend that at the birth of Jesus, you might have heard the story, it's good to repeat sometimes. The shepherds hurried to bring different gifts. Each one brought the produce of their labor. Some brought cheese and some brought milk and some brought fruits. But there was a poor little shepherd at the corner. He was too poor. He didn't have anything to offer. And he was so embarrassed. At a certain point, St. Joseph and Our Lady found it hard to receive all those gifts, especially Mary, who had to hold the baby. Seeing that, the shepherd with empty hands, she asked him to draw near, and she put the baby Jesus in his arms. That shepherd, in accepting him, became aware of having received what he did not deserve, of holding in his arms the greatest gift of all time. He looked at his hands, those hands that seemed to him always empty. They had become the cradle of God. He felt himself loved and overcoming his shyness and embarrassment. He began to show Jesus to others, for he could not keep the gift for himself, the gift of gifts. Sister, we are Franciscans, we are international in our vision. So I went to Iraq. One of the sisters said, in Arabic, the word hope is translated by two words, amal, which means optimism. And she said, we have lost all amal, all optimism. There's another word, raja. Raja means faith in God, hope in God. That we have not lost. And that's what's keeping us all going. John the Baptist cried out, the precursor of Jesus, we all know. That's what we are all called to be, the precursors of the Lord. He said, I'm neither Christ nor Elias, nor a prophet, but a voice crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of God. We as Franciscans are called to be that voice, crying out for and with the needy of our world. Let us now ask the Lord to show us on whose behalf we are called to be that voice of hope, of joy, individually and as a fraternity, this Christmas and for the new year that is about to be born. It's so beautiful. I'm so overwhelmed with joy to see each one of you here filled with the spirit of Francis. May you all have, brothers and sisters, a joyous Christmas and a new year filled with the surprises of the Lord. Thank you. Bye-bye.